what I feel has been cringe is
देखो आ रही है एक पिक्चर आपके दिमाग में.
नहीं,
I can
to
see an
be-
expression. You're like,
नहीं यार, कोई फिल्म नहीं आई है, बट समटाइम्स आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, कभी कभार मैं बहुत जोश जोश में अपने कोई रील डाल देता हूँ और फिर मैं ऐसे ऐसे हो जाता हूँ कि यार ये अब इसको मैं निकाल भी नहीं सकता. फेल्ट क्यूट माइट डिलीट लेटर के चक्कर में वो रह जाती है और फिर एक्चुअली आई गेट वेरी वेरी क्रिंज्ड आउट बाय दोज थिंग्स.
but tell me one reel that made you feel this way.
Any reel that gets too much attention which I didn't predict, मैं फिर बहुत ऐसा हो जाता हूँ कि अरे यार ये सबने क्यों देख लिया, मैंने ही डाला था, आप देख. तो so yeah, anything that gets too much attention I get a little cringed out of.
So do you feel like there is now after putting that reel and after becoming that big superstar, अब सारे पंजाबी musicians सबसे पहले आपको गाने भेज रहे हैं कि विकी पहले तू देख ले फिर मैं डालूंगा?
Not for the reel, but now a lot of Punjabi artists are my friends and I feel good about it because I am a guy who's been obsessed with Punjabi music since childhood. So I feel very happy that they're in your friend circle and you get to listen to those songs before it's out there. So I get thrilled about that, but not to kind of as a test audience. No, I'm not yet that test audience.
So you're talking about some of the great directors that you've worked with. Which is a film set or a director or an actor that you feel you picked up most from? And I know कि सब अच्छे होते हैं, but मैं एक का नाम पूछ रहा हूँ. अगर if you have to look back and say this was my coming of age as an actor, this is the place that I learned the most from.
So I'll tell you two names when it comes to directors. One is Bansali sir right now. I can't tell you how much I'm getting to learn from him. Just seeing him work, just seeing him how he directs and constructs a scene is just, for me, is like going back to a film school. He is he's truly a magician, a master, and when you get to work with him, you realize how and why. It's not just about the frames he sets or the canvas he builds on. It's just how he gets into a scene, how he pulls out performances, and you realize there's so much more scope as an actor to keep finding details in that scene, in that writing. So that right now is such a big learning curve for me, being a part of Love and War. And the other I would say is Raju sir. I think the time and effort that Raju sir and Abhijat sir they put into the writing, and eventually the energy on set that they kind of create, which is just like his films. What you feel while you watch Raju sir's films is what you feel when you're shooting with him. So that I feel I'm always looking forward to कि यार कभी मुझे फिर से उनके साथ मौका मिल जाए, because वहाँ पे भी मुझे काफ़ी सीखने को मिलता है. And both these directors I feel like have the energy that writing is key. There's so much, all the gold, when we say na the content should be magic, it's all in the writing, and they concentrate so much on the writing of a film. So that's where you get to learn a lot.
Do you feel like there's an actor जिसके साथ कोई late night बातचीत हुई जिससे आपकी बदल गई thought process? One of your co-actors, stars that you worked with, that you had, because I always feel like once a set के अंदर जब काम shoot खत्म हो जाता है, then sometimes you end up chatting and then you realize there's so much you get to learn on sets with the people around you.
To be very honest ना, co-actors के साथ deep बातें होती हैं. Co-actors के साथ सिर्फ gossip होता है. तो और जिन co-actors के साथ मैंने काम किया वो हम बहुत gossip करते हैं. तो ऐसी deep conversations मेरी actually ज़्यादा directors के साथ होती है, producers के साथ होती है. अमृत is one of my closest friends and उसके साथ बड़ी deep बातें होती हैं. आनंद के साथ बहुत deep बातें होती हैं, आनंद तिवारी. But with actors it's mostly just chill conversations, fun conversations.
Okay, now since you have now brought this up, now you have to tell who's the one that you have the most fun gossip sessions with.
Ranbir Kapoor.
Ranbir Kapoor. I know you can't share that gossip, but can you tell us like the कहाँ जाती हैं बातें?
हर जगह चली जाती है.
So ये राजकुमार राव के साथ मेरी कॉन्वर्सेशन हो रही थी एंड ही बेसिकली सेड दिस थिंग. ही इज लाइक कि देखो इंटेलेक्चुअल बातें तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, बट सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट होता है बकचोदी. ही इज लाइक बकचोदी बहुत ज़रूरी है लाइफ के अंदर. So I feel like I get where you're coming from also over there. We have spoken of the professional, and if I ask about the personal, among actors and especially your co-actors that you might have worked with, someone who's really become a good friend, who would you say you did not, in the last 10 years, you've created like this deep relationship with and deep bond with, and what have you got out of that?
For me, it's mainly directors. I'll be very honest. Anand Tiwari, Meghna Gulzar, Lakshman Uttekar sir, Neeraj Ghewan, Moses Singh. Moses Singh is the guy who actually, he was my first director. He made this film called Zuban, which was the first film we shot, but it came after Masan. But he was the first guy who ever said a yes to my audition. So Moses is very special. A lot of them. So all these guys are like, I know I can just meet them, talk to them, not have like filmy discussions, but I can open my heart to. So yeah, these are the people.
How lovely. The last time we spoke on Be a Man, यार आपने बहुत एक beautiful चीज़ बोली थी. In fact, you spoke very deeply about how it is, and very honestly and very vulnerably, you spoke about how difficult it has been for you to actually find a space or create a space for yourself to be able to cry. And that was the first time I felt like there was a mainstream actor who went on camera and said, हाँ मेरे लिए थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है, mental health is an issue. And I think that reel also went so viral, so many people spoke about it. Do you feel like now that it's been a few years since that conversation, and now there is a lot more conversation about things like mental health, do you feel like you are able to be more compassionate to yourself? Do you think you are able to create those spaces where if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like you want to cry, you are able to today?
Yes, yes. And again, I would just credit to my family because they've always kind of made me feel secure about it, made me feel confident about feeling weak, feeling vulnerable. Weak, I don't think is the right word, but feeling vulnerable at moments. I feel, of course, the general instinct is always to fight back and say that, you know what, I can take care of this. And most of the times, 8 out of 10, that should be the reaction, I feel. Because immediately to give into that vulnerability also doesn't let you take rational decisions. And at that moment, sometimes what's more important is to just see things rationally, more than giving into your own emotions. So for me, I don't overcomplicate it. If I'm feeling vulnerable, if I'm feeling agitated, I let myself be. You expect people to be easy on you, but first you have to be easy on yourself at that moment. So I let that be. I don't overanalyze it. I'm not harsh on myself about it. But I'll be very honest, it's not so this thing that, oh, I'm feeling vulnerable, now I'm just going to go into crying or feeling and being indulgent about it. The first, obviously, the defense mechanism is to kind of still push yourself to see things rationally and not give in to that. But of course, not to reach a point that you push it under a carpet. Address it, acknowledge it, let it process through you. So yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share.